KUGAN, CASSIUS for iFILM London. We're at the Midland Hotel here in Manchester. With me I have trainer Joe Gallagher. Hello Joe.
Hi Cougar, how are you mate?
Yeah, you can call me KUGAN.
Alright, sorry mate, alright
the
Cougar.
Cougie thing is like, I'm trying to get rid of that name, Joe.
Alright, okay then mate. Where's your half day man, James? He put the night shift in last time I spoke to him and now he's disappeared again. Where is he today?
No, this was a one-man job today,
Okay,
so he's elsewhere.
We're left in the capable hands of
I
you.
think he's got
Cougar.
an audition today for a film actually,
Okay.
so I'm sure you wish him good luck.
Yeah, I will do. Good luck with it and get your pronunciation of Landon right.
Big show on the 29th of this month in Bolton, which really you're contributing to a lot from, aren't you? Because you've got 3 fighters on this bill.
Yeah, I'm dead chuffed, as you can see, like a Cheshire Cat smiling. I've got 3 fighters, all in great fights. Anthony CROLLA fighting the world number 6. For me, that's like a world title eliminator, Anthony CROLLA. Paul Smith for the British title. It's good to get Paul in a competitive fight again for the British title against Dodson, which is great. In the old days on Sky, that was a headline act itself. And then also the return of Scott Quigg, which I'm really pleased about. The kid's come through a difficult period the last 4 or 5 months, and it's just great. You can see him here today now. He's absolutely booming. He's got a smile on his face, and he can't wait to absolutely fight there now on June the 29th. It's got to be a great night, a busy night, and I'm looking forward to it.
I'm doing an interview with Joe Gallagher, Ed. The Derby Suite. It's on the 1st floor. Say hello. Just in case it was something really important, Joe.
Yeah, no problem.
Never break an interview unless
No
it's
problem.
unless it's fast car ready. I've spoken to Scott Quigg a few times since his last fight, and I could see that sort of frustration that he wants to talk about boxing, he wants to talk about stuff, but there was nothing really going on for him to talk about. But now obviously you guys have made the decision to join Matchroom. Scott's back on Sky Sports.
Yeah.
So, you know, there's nothing that's going to stop Scott now from realising what you know and a lot of people know about the quality of Scott Quigg.
No, definitely. We all thought the night when he won, beat Rendell Munro, we thought that was the torch paper lit there, the performance and the manner that he went around stopping Rendell Munro, and no one expected him to do it in the manner that he did. On ringside the week before, it was all 50-50, couldn't pick him in the trade paper, and he dismantled him, and I didn't think Scott got the plaudits that he deserved that night. Obviously, he's been coming to shows with me, helping in the corner and that, but for the last few now, he hasn't came only for the sake of people asking him all the time, when you're out, what's happening. It was just getting a little bit tiresome, and it was getting him down a little bit, but he's been in training. He's trained today, he's done 8-round sparring, he weighs 9 stone, he's in great condition, and he can't wait to get back to take care of business and during the 29th and pick his career up again and get up and running and to be on front of Sky Sports. I think the viewers are the winners, and I've put it down as the transfer of the season.
Can you tell us about how the relationship's been left with Hatton Promotions regarding Scott Quigg?
I can't comment on that. That's down to Scott Quigg and his legal team.
Okay. This much talks about fight has been going on for ages, the Quigg Frampton thing. Do you think now that obviously there's been a bit of a transfer merry-go-round with Frampton going the other way, Quigg coming here, is this fight in your eyes now pushing further away, or is it coming closer together?
Well, to be honest, I think the fight, regardless of what people are going to say today, I think the fight's closer to being made. You've seen recently Billy Joe, Ryder, Purse Bids, Liam Smith, Hodgking. And you've got to remember, Scott Quigg beforehand at Hatton Promotions didn't have no TV, so it was very hard for a fight to be made because they didn't have TV. I think now Carl, for whatever reason, has gone to join Box Nation. Scott Quigg's on Sky. I think it's got a great platform for Scott Quigg to be known to the public like Carl Frampton was. And I think there's a great possibility now of the fight being made down the road. We want the fight, and all comments and sly jabs made at Team Quigg last week and people being called cowards for not wanting the fight is a load of nonsense. We want the fight. We've always said that we wanted the fight and will fight, but we're in a prize fight, a business, and the prize has got to be worth the reward. And it's getting to a point now. I said to Scott Quigg the other day, do you know what, we'll go down there, put £1 on the table and go, pick your gloves and we'll have it. we'll fight him. But at the moment, like I say, Scott Quigg turned professional to become a world champion. His career isn't going to be defined on whether he fights Carl Frampton or not. Okay, there's people close to Carl Frampton didn't have the fights that they should have had in the time, and Scott Quigg is in the Scott Quigg business. Good luck to Carl. Last time I seen Carl fight in Belfast, they said they didn't want to fight Scott Quigg. They were going after Romero, and that was it. So I don't know what's happened to that. Now I've read last week, now they all want to fight Quigg again, and he needs 3 fights, and he's having 2 fights. Well, last time we heard in Belfast, he was fighting Romero next, so don't know what's happened to that. But like I say, let Carl do his thing. We're doing our thing. If the fight down the road, it'll be a huge fight. But don't anyone ever accuse or point the figure that Scott Quigg is running scared of Carl Frampton. They don't know what they're doing. One month, it's Romero, the next month it's Quigg, and then it'll be somebody else soon. I'm surprised they haven't brought in Kid Galahad or Jazza Dickens yet to fight.
If this fight, is it dependent on both these fighters staying unbeaten? If one of them was to lose, does the whole fight loses appeal? Pretty much like the Tyson Fury and David Price situation, which is not talked about anymore, but after David's defeat, but it wasn't much talked about fight before because the 2 fighters were unbeaten.
No, I don't think so. I think Nigel Benn lost early in his career to Watson, but didn't take the shine out of Ben Eubank.
So
no, man, I don't think so. I think if Frampton gets beat or Quigg gets beat, it's a case of styles and the way that they gel and everything else. And I do think the pair of them would fight whether who wins or who loses. It's just the gel and the style of fights, very much like Gatti and Ward. Them two weren't undefeated fighters that went in against each other. And it's just all about styles, and everyone knows that their 2 styles will clash and be in for a treat. So it doesn't matter if they lose or they don't lose. Who's to say Carl loses and doesn't come back again? Do you know what I mean? And win. It's just a fight, and I don't think that's neither here nor there. Whether who loses, it's just a good fight.
Obviously you've got Anthony CROLLA on this bill again against Gavin Rees. Gavin Rees, his first fight back since his world title fight to Adrian Broner. So how difficult is the test going to be for Anthony CROLLA?
Huge test. CROLLA stepping up in class. Gavin Rees, former world champion weight division before, he's ranked number 6 in the world with the Ring magazine and the Boxing News. So it's a huge step up for CROLLA. This fight should have happened 2 years ago when Anthony CROLLA beat John Watson. He had to defend it against Gavin Rees in the Carl McCluskey bill, but Gavin pulled out with a nose injury at the time, and it never got rescheduled. Since then, everyone's gone on with their careers. So it's funny it took 2 years to make, but it's finally happening now. And a lot of people are writing CROLLA off, and we prefer that. And when you look at it, yeah, Gavin Rees should beat Anthony CROLLA, but if it doesn't, then let's hope people give CROLLA the plaudits and don't say it's a bad Gavin Rees.
Also on the bill, as you mentioned earlier, Paul Smith. Where is Paul Smith in his career at the minute? Obviously he's going for a title that he's already won before. He's been probably as less active than you would have hoped and he would have hoped in recent months.
In the 18 months since his loss to Grove, I think he had Toulon in a 4-round win. And that's it. It's been, I think it's just, I don't think you can blame. I think it's been the same for a lot of fighters. I said to Boxing News the other day, you should do an article called The Undateables. There's a lot of fighters out there, good talent fighters, that just aren't getting dates at the moment, and that's due to the economic climate, the way that boxing is at the moment, and some people have to, as I say, start from the bottom again and work their way up. Paul Smith and Tony Dodson are in the Last Chance Saloon in this fight now. Either of them lose, whoever loses will have to retire in my eyes, because there's nothing more for them, and they're being established fighters, good fighters, and it'd be a shame to see either of them having to start again on small hall shows, building up in 6-8 rounders again. I think the winner of them can move on to another payday again, but the loser has nowhere to go. Paul's had a frustrating time, and both the careers have been quite similar since the last time they fought. Both had losses, him to Groves, him to McKenzie, Tony Dodson. So like you say, they both had suffered bad losses, and they've both been building back up, and this is I've called them like a Rocky Apollo Creed type of fight. They've been around a long time, and like I say, they've got to go and do it again, and I think it could be the fight of the night, this on the night.
So if the result doesn't go for Paul Smith and yourself, is that what you would advise Paul Smith to do?
Well, I can't see where Paul Smith can go from there.
Okay.
Just in the same way, I think John Rice and Tony Dodson are aware of it as well.
Okay. You seem very happy today, Joe.
Yeah, I am. I'm happy because I'm happy. One, because fighters are fighting, and as a trainer, the gym's going well, everything's going well, and you know what, you're a little bit worried that things are going too perfect, and you think, we're 2 weeks out now, everyone's weight's on fire, the sparring's going brilliant, and I'm just like, if there's anything bad got to happen, please happen now this week so it can come good. I don't want it to go bad, so I'm really happy, but I'm more than happy for Scott Quigg. He's back, he's got to be on Sky, he's got with a promoter now that's got to go out there. He's proved it with Brooke, he's proved it with Bellew, so now he's got to do it for Scott Quigg. So like I said to you, it's the transfer of the season in my eyes, and I think the winners here have got to be Matchroom and the British viewing public on Sky Sports. They've got to see a right world-class proper fighter now.
All right, Joe Gallagher, thank you very much for talking to I from London.
Thanks a lot, mate.
We look forward to the press conference now, which is just about to start.
Brilliant. All right, mate. Cheers, Kugan.
Kugan,
Thanks for
Cassius,
coming to Manchester.
No problem. Joe Gallagher for iFILM London, thank you very much.